This is Ethereal Aeons Activation. If you're new to the channel, I'm Leslie Demai. Everyone else, welcome back. The whole entire concept of lucidity in the simulation and awakening to the reality that we are living in a simulated construct, but it is also a sort of dream that we are in. It is a dream that captures most of the souls into a collective dream, the Archon reality. And so with every thought, you are woven in deeper to this collective dream. I want us to begin to think on a grander scale beyond just what we have experienced in this construct. If you only remain focused on what you have experienced here, you will begin to take the dream too seriously. When you awaken to the false reality, you begin to realize what that actually means to follow your dreams. So, not remaining stuck, oblivious in the Archon dream. Awakening from a dream is awakening to a higher level of consciousness. There's a process here of unveiling the illusion, there's a process of awakening, and it's not limited. It can go on and on and on. There are levels to enlightenment. Something else that becomes more dominant is your ability to protect your energy. So, in the School of Mysticism, we have a lot of lessons on energy shielding and techniques. All the ancient cultures practice this. This is just part of understanding your own energy field. And so, I just had a workshop where I was teaching different yogic practices as well as ancient Qigong style type practices. And of course, breath work. So, all of these types of tools are ways for you to access your own field, to see it more so as an engineer that understands, okay, I need to use my breath to channel more chi in this side of my body because it's related to a meridian that's directly diminishing my sacral chakra. So when you begin to work with your breath and your body and moving consciously, you're then able to shift around your own field, move things, allow certain streams of energy to flow more harmoniously. Some people might begin to awaken from the dream through their energy cleansing practices. That might lead to then focusing on enhancing their energy and their energy shielding abilities. The challenge occurs when you begin to fall back or not continue to evolve. So just like when you begin, there are levels to awakening. Different abilities can be accessed depending on your level of awareness. So you have to train yourself. And we were just talking about this yesterday as well. Danuja and I were just talking about how, some people have ideals about spirituality, or they have their own notion of how reality works and how they want their reality to be. But if it's coming from a limited level of consciousness, it's just not the full picture. And so you have to ask, are you training every day? And it was so funny because I was having a conversation. He's like, you know what? If they're not training every day, I don't really even care to hear. And I was like, wow, but there's truth there. Be careful because you can get pulled in when you're associating yourself with people that have lack mindset, or perhaps they're stuck and not evolving beyond what their matrix script is already. So that's the difference, is when you're surrounding yourself with people that are heavily invested in their matrix script. That's when you have to kind of, manage your relationships accordingly, because you are evolving. So you're naturally going to change, and the things that you like are going to change. And this is part of depugging and releasing things as well. So you have to be careful not to fall back asleep that way and then getting invested in other people's affairs or lack mindset type of issues. If you think you're going to master this realm while you're just chilling and you're not training, well then good luck, because there really is no such thing. And we can reflect on Neo's journey in the Matrix. You receive upgrades, but they must be honed, and you must train them and endure direct blows from the Archons. So even at the level he was, I think after like the third Matrix, he was put back to sleep. And then you had to break past the mind wipe once more. So to be asleep in this reality is to be unawakened and dormant in your divine intelligence and creator abilities. It is being immersed in a dream with no recollection. And as we look around and see society as merely masked humans immersed in their persona, no unique creative light, just copying trends, right? Replicating trends. And as we know, that's what the archons do. there is no unique expression there. You will begin to see this more and more as you pull away from the collective dream, and it just does not even seem enticing at that point. So there's no unique creative light, okay? And everyone's living their script that they're assigned, the identity in the dream that they were assigned. And then one can begin to see that the sleepers remain obedient. So when they remain obedient, they are essentially enslaved to the Archon dream. And that's exactly where the dark forces want you to be. So even if you see a person and they have a beautiful home, they have 2 cars, they have a nice office with a view, you might sometimes be like, you know what? That wouldn't be too bad. And I could have that. That would be easier to get than obtaining enlightenment or obtaining my own reality completely that I weave together. But you have to see that there's no price you can pay to wake up and see behind the veil. And there's no amount of money you can have that will buy you gnosis either. Okay? So spiritual knowledge you cannot purchase. Liberation from the conditioning process of the simulation or simulated dreamscape doesn't have a price except your own spiritual knowledge from within. So you must know who you are on an absolute level. This is how you become lucid in the dream. So we are in a dream. Remain lucid in the timeline you are consciously creating. If you allow your awareness to drift from your vision to anything other than what protects that timeline and ignites this deep desire, then you're pulling your magnetism elsewhere. And it's just like a fire. The flame, it's a portal. So if you leave your fire unattended, the fire, the willpower within, if you leave it unattended, it's going to diminish. So remain lucid to the fact that you are multidimensional. This is what has helped me more than anything. I realize the more I try to focus on the knowledge that's constrained within the simulation, the further away I am from reaching higher states of awareness beyond these constraints of the Archon dream. So it's a mind trap, and it'll keep your soul captured to the collective Archon dream. It's not easy to override these conditioned codes, but it is very possible. And it is, in fact, a very natural way of being once you are lucid. So set your internal gaze fixated on the vision. Speak of it in the present tense. Purify your aura every day. And this is part of the training process. So love it all, especially love the process of it all, but show no mercy to your limitations. You can just ghost those for good. Know that we magnetize what we think of and the thought forms that we feed. So less material, more spiritual. And the thing is, when you remain in the spiritual realms, you're still going to be able to have all the material possessions that you need and want. And that's going to change the more that you awaken in the dream. You might think right now that you want something, but just become lucid a little bit longer and you're going to want something probably completely different. Or perhaps you're going to start to learn, hey, the way that I was manifesting was actually more fixated on the material rather than the energy it was going to bring through me and for me, through me, to me, and for me. So the number one most fundamental key is going to be what they are offering you in the Archon dream, the collective cult, the noise, and the ripple effect. Remember, this has a profound backlash to your ability to manifest to these types of levels. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you would like to start your training, I have a couple of videos below that you can check out. Sign up below. You can get a free workshop where I show you how to unify your breath and movement so that you can become the conscious unifier of breath and movement, which again is all about enhancing your own energy, understanding your own energy field, and becoming harmonious so that you can expand beyond the blockages, expand beyond the stagnant areas within your mind and your body. It's very important to go down into the body and explore what's going on within you there and that inner universe. So check out the link below to sign up for that free workshop. And then you'll also receive my emails that go out about once every 10 to 12 days. So not very often. Also, sign up to join us inside the School of Mysticism. And you can be part of a private community where this is kind of where I share my personal stuff. And this is also where we have over 10 courses where you could begin your own training and have courses that direct you step by step. Definitely check that out if you've been thinking about it. Become a monthly member. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you guys soon.